Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jay and today I'll be talking about the Philadelphia Eagles 2021 season week 5 matchup against the Carolina Panthers, and they did win this game. The Philadelphia Eagles did win this game by a score of 21-18. Now, I did not see the game because it was on Fox, and it was the Steelers games on Fox, so I saw the highlights of the game and I was not impressed with the Eagles offensively. I'm better satisfied. I was very satisfied with how the defense played, and they forced turnovers and got some sacks. And I was really happy they did some on special teams as well. But let's get into it with the offense. The offense, I mean, they had a penalty when they got a touchdown. They couldn't get much going. I noticed all the highlights plays were mostly all pass plays. Couple runs, but that is it. I'm still disappointed with this team, and offensively they're relying on the pass too heavily, which I'm going to keep telling right now. This team needs to adjust. They need to run the ball more, but they don't. This team is always going to be a pass happy team. They need to stop doing it. Luckily, the turnovers they had on with the Smith fumble and the interception by Hurts, they need to. Surprisingly, they did not. Carolina did not cash in on this turnovers and put points on the board. But another thing, they had a miscue on the snap. I mean, I don't know what happened with Jason Kelsey. He had a miscue on the snap and snapped over to Jalen Hurts, who didn't pick the ball up. He was trying to, but it ended up being to go back in the end zone for a safety. It was pretty much a mess for both teams on offensively. There were some turnovers on both sides, but the Eagles pulled one out, and it was pretty much a must-win to try to keep up in this division. So, yeah, it's still, they need a lot of fixing to do. I like the fact that they did get some turnovers. Darius Slay got 2 interceptions. Steven Nelson, I believe, got 1. I think it was 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions. They did block a critical field goal, not a field goal, but a punt that got them great field position to have a shot to win, to have a shot to take the lead late in the game, which did work. Thanks to T.J. Edwards, great job on him. And Fletcher got his first sack, so he's hopefully gets back on track. And Javon Hargrove, what a year he's having. 6 sacks already. And plus Josh Rich recording a sack as well. I mean, Hargrove looks like he could be a Pro Bowl contender here. I mean, he's having one heck of a season. But he's overall the best, I think, on defense overall. But overall, I like the defensive performance. They did better. Let's keep it going like that. But the offense, if the offense can get fixed, have a balanced attack with running the ball, protecting their quarterback, Jalen Hurts, and he needs to still work on his accuracy. You can tell he had a deep pass. He overthrew I think it was Dallas Goedert or something like that. He overthrew him. But I know one thing, that Quez Watkins, he's a deep threat. He's going to be the one that's going to go deep for the ball. He's been catching a lot of deep passes, too. I know Devontae Smith is probably the go-to guy, but that Quez is going to be a deep threat if he keeps playing like this. But the Eagles need to run the ball. That is how I feel. All right, let's go to the box score and tell you about the stats of both teams. The Eagles with 273 yards total yards, to the Carolinas 267. Eagles did better this time around, but there was some couple penalties. All right, first play of the game, they had a penalty, face mask, Alex Singleton, right there. They had a penalty that took away a touchdown, right there. You can't have those type of penalties. They had 6 penalties for 60 yards, and Carolina had 9 penalties for 69. Time possession, Eagles did not have much. Eagles did not have a lot of time possession. They had 24-57 without time possession between Carolina's 35-3. You think Carolina would have won this game, but their offense was Sam Darnold, plus no Christian McCaffrey behind their tailback. It would be a different ball game if Christian McCaffrey was playing. And plus Sam Darnold, they were catching on his turns. But it is what it is due to injuries. Now let's go to the stats of the team. Jalen Hurts completed 22 of 37, 198 yards with 1 interception. Sam Darnold was 21 of 37, 177 yards with a touchdown and 3 picks. Good job defense from getting reception. They did run the ball just a bit more, but they need to feed Miles Sanders the ball more. It's getting ridiculous. 11 attempts, 45 yards, 18 with his launch. Hurts ran for 9 times for 30 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. That's the one thing good about that game. But he had some complete. But they need to limit his completions. They need to limit not completions, but attempts down. Feed Miles Sanders the ball. Game over 2 attempts, 16 yards. We go to the rushing side of the Panthers. Hubert with 24 attempts, 101 yards, no touchdowns. They need to do better. The defense need to do a better job of stopping the run. They cannot give up 100 yards. You need to stop the run game. Darnold with 2 attempts, 10 yards. Freeman, 3 attempts, 2 yards. And Moore, 1 attempt, -4. Going to the receiving side, Devontae Smith with 7 catches, 77 yards. Quits Watkins, 3 catches, 48 yards. He caught the big one earlier. And Dyer Scarlett with 2 catches, 28 yards. Jalen Reagor caught 3 passes for 24. He did have a good punt return. I would say he did have a pretty good return. Gamer caught 1 for 8. Zach Ertz caught 1 for 7. Disappointing. He did have one through his hands, but he's got to make catches. Plus, Jalen Hurts needs to do a better job of accuracy as well. He needs to do a better job of that. Miles Sanders caught 5 passes, but only for a total of 6 yards, which is a very disappointing right there. We go to the receiving side of the Panthers. Moore with 5 catches, 42 yards. Thomas with 4 catches, 40 yards. Hubert with 5 catches, 33 yards. Anderson with 2 catches, 30 yards. And Marshall with 2 catches, 14 yards. And Tremble with 2 catches, 12 yards and a touchdown. And Freeman caught 1 for 6. So let's go ahead and go over the scoring summary of this game. So we start off with a 48-yard field goal by the Panthers by Gonzalez. They made it 3-0. Jake Elliott tied it later on in the quarter, made it 3-3 with a 30-yard field goal. Tremble with a 5-yard touchdown pass for Sam Darnold made a 10-3 game. Later on in the second quarter, Gonzalez hit a 43-yard field goal, made it a 13-3 game. Going next, a safety by the Jalen Hurts fumbled out of bounds. He did not pick it up. The ball went out of bounds. No one could pick it up, basically. It looked like Madden 22. Trust me, I've seen the glitches. It's bad. I won't buy it. And made 2 points. Conversion made 15-3. Jake Elliott late makes it a 58-yard field goal. Made a 15-6 game. Then later on, Jalen Hurts did manage to get a 1-yard touchdown. He basically snuck it in, made it 13-15. Then later on, a field goal by Gonzalez. 50-yard field goal by Gonzalez made it 18-13. Then later on, after the block punt by the Eagles, they eventually did a misdirection play where everybody thought Miles Sanders had the ball, but Jalen Hurts scrambled in for a score. Made it 21-18, the final. But I do like to say the defense did a better job. Javon Hargrove, I apologize, Javon Hargrove is the best player right now. As right now, with 6 sacks, he's making an impact. Hopefully, if they start doubling him, that will probably open Fletcher Cox up. I think Josh Sweat's doing well. He did get another sack. I think he will most likely take over when they decide to part with Derek Barnett. Derek Barnett hasn't done much when they drafted him. The only thing that I do remember of Derek Barnett is when he recovered the fumble in the Super Bowl with Brandon Graham sacked Brady. That's all I remember about Derek Barnett. He recovered that ball and got the ball back, which led to the Eagles getting the field goal and eventually winning the Super Bowl. Now, what the Eagles need to do on offense, they cannot let Hurts pass. It's getting ridiculous. You need to stop doing it. You need to give Miles Sanders the ball. At least 20 attempts in the game. Feed him the ball. Come on. He can be a lead back. Why don't you guys feed him the ball? This team is going to be pass. Always. I will never understand it. You will not win a game where you rely on the passing. You have to have some running game. Feed him the ball. Feed Gainwell the ball. do something different. Run the ball more. Give your defense a rest. Quit being pass happy. I'm just so sick of it. In these highlights, you don't see many runs. All it is pass, pass, and pass, and pass. It's pointless. So, the next game, I was doing my preview. Oh boy. Oh boy. Just like the Chiefs, yeah, this one's gonna get ugly in the fast. Because this week, it's a short week. It's Thursday night, and it's against the Super Bowl champion Buccaneers. Oh boy. So basically, in my opinion, if the Eagles want to have a shot at this, feed Miles Sanders the ball. Let him take the load off. Jalen Hurts has to play a perfect game, meaning he has to make great throws, accurate throws, and make first downs too. You need to keep Brady off the field and have a shot at this. If you don't, it's going to be a long day. The Eagles need to stop the negative improve and stopping the running on defense. They need to get pressure on Brady and force some sacks, maybe some fumbles. Who knows? But this ain't gonna be a pretty game. It could go down to the wire. It could, but this is Tampa Bay, so this is not going to be. The only way I can see this going down, if the Eagles have to put a lot of points up, they have to put more than 21. You're looking at 30 points at least. So I see this could come down to maybe a field goal if we're lucky, but my expectation is not high, especially with this coming out with the Super Bowl champions. This is not going to be easy with a victory. If they can pull it out, they're back in the hunt. If they don't, it's going to be a long fight ahead. So, if the Eagles run the ball more, Jalen Hurts can be perfect, make good throws, accurate throws, and have a balanced attack, keep bringing out the silence, they have a chance. Defense does a job, get them off the field, maybe force some turns, sacks, stop the run. They have a chance. I would say it will be 35-31. Not by much, but let's make it a 34-31. Let's make it that 34-31 by a field goal. Now, if things don't go the way, it's gonna get bad, like the Kansas City game. But Eagles managed to put 30 points on Kansas City. But I expect this to happen. I expect the Buccaneers to have 42 points to Philadelphia's 21. That's about it. But that's what I'm thinking, because these next two games are crucial. So right now you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Thursday night. Then you have the Las Vegas Raiders the following week in Las Vegas. Then you have Detroit. Then you have the Chargers, the Broncos, the Saints, the Giants, the Jets, football team, Giants, football team, and Cowboys in the season. I mean, there is a matchup they have to win against the Buccaneers. If they can do that, they're back in hunt. They can hopefully win against the Raiders, and they play Detroit, and Detroit hasn't won a game yet, unfortunately. So they have to win. They have to win that game to prove that. And the Chargers are going to be interesting to see how that goes. Denver, if they can, it looks like they can win that one as well. They can shut down Teddy Bridgewater. Saints, I'm not sure about that as well, but I'm going ahead of myself. But I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on this game, Week 5, as we're getting close to halfway point. So, hope you please give it a like, give me a comment, tell me what you think, and also please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, and viewing. Without you, I won't be doing these. So, thank you, everybody. Hope you have a safe and wonderful Monday, and I'll see you next time. Take care, stay safe, stay humble, and be a blessing.